Hello students, we all love the beautiful things, right? And we love our earth as because earth is very beautiful to live in. Okay, so today we will now discuss a very beautiful poem that tells us about the power of beautiful things that soothes our mind, soul, and inspires us to live in. Yes, today we are going to discuss about a very beautiful poem which is a part of a very long story poem named Endymion, a poetic romance written by one of our great romantic poets, John Keats. The original story of Endymion belongs to the ancient Greek mythology because John Keats, the poet here, loves ancient Greek mythology. Okay, so he has chosen to write many of his poems based on Greek mythology. Here, Endymion is the name of a Greek shepherd who lived in a mountain called Mount Latmos. Though this part of the original poem within our course is a very short one, but the background of this poem refers to an ancient Greek myth. The poet here is narrating the experience of that young shepherd boy who was mesmerized by the natural beauty of the world while he traveled around many places. He was initially captivated by the beauty of the moon goddess. In Greek mythology, goddess moon was called Cynthia, and this young shepherd boy tried to follow the goddess moon out through the forest and even down the sea. The emphasizing message of this poem written by Keats is the pleasure of beautiful thing can never be measured by any price or can be calculated with any material value. So, the very first line of John Keats' poem has become a powerful proverb throughout the world. So, the first line of the poem given within your course of study is, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever, its loveliness increases." So this poem is very beautifully written in a very simple language, as John Keats was a lover of beauty and simplicity. And here the poem tries to perceive the world through the beauty of language. The poet here brings to us beauty's effect on the soul and how it counteracts the depression caused by life's dark and gloomy aspects. So, at the beginning of the poem, John Keats is trying to highlight some of the important elements in our earthly life that gives us lots of trouble, lots of tension, lots of sufferings. Amid such sufferings, the pleasure of beautiful things erases all our sufferings. So here the poet believes that things of beauty are worth treasuring. He points out the intransient nature of beautiful things which give the same pleasure repeatedly, leaving a lasting impression and a deep imprint on our minds. Such pleasure is not momentary, as they remain valuable forever, providing tranquility and peace to the human mind. Each beautiful thing binds us more closely to the earth. Life, with its trials and tribulations, may be a painful experience at times. Loss of faith and disappointment are the result of our own making. But a thing of beauty makes life worthwhile as they lift the veil of gloom. So here the word meaning of bower is the cover or the veil. Here it means the cover of gloom or the veil of gloom. So the veil of gloom or the bower of gloom is taken away by the beautiful things, paving way for optimism and hope, dispelling our sorrow. John Keats cites examples of beauty from the natural world next. What are the beautiful natural things in the world? The sun, the moon, the trees young and old, the beautiful flowers like daffodils, the innocent animals like lamb, clear springs of water, and musk roses growing wild in the forests. Such beauty gives joy and delight to the human spirit. Keats, moreover, includes the grand legacy of our mighty dead heroes, the great valiant warriors who reached spectacular heights through their amazing feats and sacrifices, and they laid down their lives for the cause of humanity and thus becoming eternalized in the history of mankind. So, through the stories in the pages of history, their heroic deeds also gives lots of inspiration to the human mind. Keats here includes those lovely tales of our magnificent great heroes which we have heard or read as things of beauty in the world, okay, or in the world history, because they have the same sublimating influence on us to elevate our spirits. So nothing can surpass the bounties and beauties of nature. They serve as an elixir of life, an immense sense of pleasure and delight, an endless fountain replete with joy, which seems to be a divine gift from heaven. Thus, the best remedy for those who suffer pain and sorrow is to be where they can be quiet, alone with nature and God. Those who contemplate the beauty of the earth find reserves of strength that will endure as long as life lasts. So, according to Keats, the pleasure of beautiful things gives us an immortal strength and inspiration forever.